Wow.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
Fucking going to jail.
White lady who said going to fucking jail. The white lady is going to fucking jail because you know what? She just stole and destroyed someone's cell phone, which is valued over $1,000. Which Auntie ain't no lawyer, she an MRSMD, but I think that's a felony. So if we talking about jail, we all going to jail. Okay, everybody, not just the black woman, everybody. Okay, because she stole her property and threw it. Like, I did they send y'all a message, white people, to start messing with black people more than y'all normally do? Because we're tired. And I know y'all want this civil war. And so y'all cranking measures up, clearly. Stop.
What's happening? Let's just say the new civil rights will be hands and feet, because of stuff like this. And it's not just the stuff like this, it's you're going to go to jail because you shouldn't have responded. That's the issue. The what really happened. Now you saw what really happened. Well, you didn't have to respond like that. That's the issue. It's America. It's free speech. I can call you whatever I want, say whatever I want to you, and you should never respond any kind of way to me. I can disrespect you because I have the freedom of speech. And it's like, so you think the First Amendment gave you the right to just go insult and disrespect just strangers with no consequence? Yeah, that's going to be the issue. And that concept of people like, yeah, it's okay. Listen, first and foremost, I don't understand why people who can't fight keep picking fights. I don't get it. I don't. People, if you keep picking fights, you're gonna get a fight. And then this concept of, well, show me the sign of your intelligence by not punching me in the face when I do something that I should get punched in the face for. Show everybody else a sign of intelligence and stop doing that stupid stuff. We get it. Like, in Black America, we got this the last time when Trump was in office. People are itching for fights. And I don't understand how politics makes you decide you want to be a habitual line stepper. That's always dumb to me. But part of that concept is, so we're gonna mess with the Asians. Now we're gonna mess with the Hispanics. And then people kept telling us, yo, you're next. It was like, we already know that. But our response is gonna be different than y'all's. And then these people who play this, white nationalist game is going to be a race war and we're going to take America back. It's like, generally speaking, right? The person who picks fights with people normally loses. I've seen this I've seen situations where it's Hispanic and white, Hispanic and black, Asian and black, Hispanic, white and black, and somebody who was, let's just say, a black guy picked a fight with a white guy, and he got pieced up. He got stomped out. And black people are like, hey man, you picked the fight, you got it, you lost. That's not a problem. We break up the fight, let's move on. See, we've seen that. Same thing, Hispanic situation, but we've seen the opposite with us. People pick fights with us and then they lose, and then somebody call the cops, and it's like, hey man, shut up. The next civil rights is going to be all hands and feet. And some of you are like, this is what I wanted. It's like, no, it's not really what you want. You think you want it. You got a movie in your mind, you built like a butterball, but you see yourself as an action hero. And here's the other part. Here's the other concept. I know we have like people in law enforcement and people, somewhat who've been military trained, and some of those people are on some of you folks' sides, like, yeah, we're gonna have this big war. And it's like, y'all don't get it though. y'all are not a majority population like you think. Well, people excuse your behavior, but they're not willing to get in the trenches with you. They're not. They're gonna watch from afar, just like when this lady got punched in the face. Nobody helped her. She didn't deserve the help, though. You know what I'm saying? She didn't deserve. And the other thing I'll say this: the algorithm for this is very vast. And what I mean is, once you see a story like this, if you see another one, you're gonna see a lot of stories of people who predominantly are Caucasian out here messing with people. They don't have to be black. They just they're Hispanic, Asian, Arab. Like it's over and over and over and over and over again, just for just dumb reasons, really. Some of the people walk away. Most of the time, it ends bad. You get what I'm saying? So that's a thing. And when people bring up like criminality and crime, a lot of this stuff isn't considered a crime because people get slaps on the wrist for it. So when y'all think about, oh, nobody did anything wrong, it's like, yeah, because unfortunately, even with video evidence, you got to jump through a whole lot of hoops to get somebody prosecuted. You get what I mean? In these type of situations, because of the racial dynamics of them. Even when you have a tape, oh, we got, yeah, but I mean, they did do this, but you did that. So, I mean, I don't, well, how about this? If you don't press charges, they won't press charges. Like, oh, so you won't even do your job right. Oh, okay. So what winds up happening is people like this constantly keep doing these situations and they escalate. And the problem with that is you're not generally running into the same cops when the same people keep doing this type of stuff. Because this could be an event like this where it's a fight. Then it could be a road rage incident, which different cops. Then it could be somebody following a person going to in an apartment complex, because you've seen those. Like and that's too many videos. I've seen too many videos of black people getting followed by white people in an apartment complex. Like it's to the point where, honestly, it's hands and feet season. Because now you walking up to people's doors and it's just weird. There's that video of the guy walked into his apartment and he has like a ring cam, and the white girl walked by and then she walks to the door and put her ear to the door like, well, let me hear what's going on there. It's like, yeah, bro. The dude got choked. I saw that one. Like, man, it's hands and feet time. And this is the problem. But this is a major problem because people do this stuff and they act like there shouldn't be consequences. And since people believe that there shouldn't be consequences, it's going to escalate. And the reason I say that also is because, let me say it this way. They have the whole incident with the January 6th people and the quote unquote reparations thing. Usually people like that, and people who are inspired by people like that, they go out and they start trouble. Usually, because I did out. They're gonna see themselves as a patriot. Now they're gonna start fights with people. They're gonna start. I'm doing it for America, and it's like, mm-hmm. America gonna get your orbital bone broken. America gonna get your jaw cracked. America is gonna your fake patriotism is gonna be the reason why you had to sign up to get some veneers. Because this is stupid. But this concept of people, some of you people have been rude all your life and have been getting, pats on the back and slaps on the wrist. Some of you people, now that the economy and inflation is hitting, you're uptight and you're looking for somebody to take your anger out on, and you're looking for an opportunity to, I'm mad at the world, but this is my opportunity to to act like it's something else. Kind of like the road rage thing, right? And what winds up happening at the end of the day is this. People don't have to put up with your stuff, and people don't have to give you a pass. And this is part of what I think needs to be spoken about more is we're looking at it like, no, you probably got way too many passes because you're too comfortable doing this. You're so comfortable doing this. I know you do it on a regular basis. So guess what? You're gonna get what you're looking for. And then people go, well, you shouldn't do that. It's like, well, shut up. Because if you reverse the roles, you're gonna have a completely different take on it. You're gonna have a completely different story because unfortunately racial bias makes you inconsistent. Your principles are tied to race. If a black person walked in a store and stole something, he's a thief. If a white person walked in a store and stole something, maybe something is different. That's the problem with y'all. Well, people like y'all, that's what y'all do. So we already know, like, no, it's a waste of time. Your logic is racialized. Your principles are racialized. So you're not really true to anything but racial bias. But I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.